guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm just gonna share to you my COVID journey. So I think last, like towards the end of August, I got COVID. So I'll share you the very short story, what happened, how I recovered from it, and what really took place sa pinakaunang adlaw and all. So I woke up early and then I was about to report to work. But then I found out na I wasn't feeling well. But prior to that day, kapoy na jud ko, Mark, I feel like I'm gonna have like, I felt so feverish at nga time a day prior. At the next day, I found out nga medyo kapoy ko gamay in the early morning, but natulog ko for a few more hours and then I got better. So medyo ni-active ko, medyo nilagsi ko gamay. But eventually, I felt like naana ko yung cough and naana ko yung cold. So I said, I might not be able to work na lang because medyo nisagunso niyang cough ang ubo and medyo nasugod akong sipon at mga time. And then, I rested. I was just home alone. And then the second day, I felt like medyo kusog na gid ang ubo. So medyo dili na gid siya, ubo na gid siya. And then the third day, my housemate knocked on my door asking if I'm gonna report to work. And I said, dili, and nandun ako sa akong boss. And she was concerned about me. So I tried to actually smell, like, I was actually preparing for work na lang siguro at sa nga time. Kaya para, at least if I have cough and cold, maybe cough and cold lang and all. But I decided maybe dili lang. Kaya who knows, it might be a risk for the virus, diba? So I just naligo ko but I did not actually go out. So I tried to put on lotion and usual after you take a bath and perfume, but I found out that I cannot really smell na the perfume and the lotion. Wala na gid iyang fragrance, hindi siya kumot niya. I wonder why, because those are like the usual things that I use every time I go out. So anong weird, hindi ko kabahon. I tried to check for like even dishwashing liquid, di na sa gid ko smell. So I was saying to myself na maybe it's really COVID. So I reported to my boss na I suspect myself of having COVID. So I will not report to work again today. And then he told me, yes, but try to check muna, baka baka common cough lang or cold. But to be sure, just get a swab test. So the fourth day, I took a swab test. But those nights good, on the first, second, and third night, I had difficulty breathing, that type of kanang ubosat nga towards midnight hangtod early morning. Sige siya cough. So it's pesky cough and annoying siya nga cough. And then if I tried to hold my ginhawa, I held my breath for few seconds. Dili na ako siya masustain. So I tried to talk to my friend and he was telling me maybe that's COVID and all, so just get a swab test. So I took a swab test and 4 hours later I got the result. So it was confirmed that I had COVID-19. And then what really happened was the LGU called me because, you know, when you have COVID, if you get a swab test from any swabbing center, the LG will be notified right away. So I was called and they told me that they will take me to the isolation center, and I said yes, I'll make sure that I'll follow all instructions and follow all regulations and protocols at the local government unit for these cases. So I was escorted to an isolation center. I went there. I spent 10 days there, but when I was there, the symptoms was already slowly nangawala na, but there was still murag siya light na phlegm sa ako ang throat nga wala na kay cough gyud. Medyo ano lang ko, muupo lang ko gamay because naapigid siya medyo gamay na phlegm. So I was called by our company doctor. She asked me if I would want her to recommend medicines or to prescribe medicines. I said yes, doc, that would be better. So when I was in the isolation center, I asked my friend to buy me medicines that the doctor recommended. So I took it for like 14 days. So the protocol for government units is that you should be in the isolation center for 10 days, but the 10 days you would start counting for the 10 days from the date that you were quarantined. So from the date that you had a swab test and confirmed to be positive for COVID. So say for example, you were swabbed today and then you were staying at home and you were only taken to the isolation center from the third day of your swab test, then that's the day one for the counting for your 10 days in the isolation center. So it's 10 days, but the remaining 4 days will be spent here sa Balay. So 10 days isolation center and 4 days diri sa Balay nga you cannot really go out and you have to isolate yourself. So that's a total of 14 days yun siya. So after recovery, so on the 11th day, you will be sent home and you will be provided with a certificate of recovery stating that you recovered from mild COVID, and you underwent the procedure or like the quarantine period and all that. So I was here and then I recovered good. I think I recovered on the 10th day. Okay. On the 11th day that I was already out na ko sa isolation center, wala na jud ko feeling symptoms. Wala na siya symptoms. So I went out and then went back here but spent 4 hours again. 4 days na dili ako sa Balay, and then I tested myself if napag ko any symptom nga na feel. So wala na gid siya anything ng symptoms sa COVID, wala na. So it was mild COVID, by the way. And then after which I actually, so in the days that I went back to work, working from home right now, and I am also got my first dose of my vaccine, and then on the 29th of September I will have my second dose, so I will be fully vaccinated within the month. And I pray that for all of you who are struggling with mild COVID or suspected mild COVID, just try to relax, try to get swabbed, and then if you will be escorted by the LGU to be in an isolation center, just cooperate. I think in the Bible it says that we have to honor our earthly masters, and I think in situations like COVID-19 and the protocols, our masters by then would be the LGU, because they are the ones who are in charge of the whole thing, the whole shebang. So just cooperate, everything would really be well. So I was still thankful and grateful because at least it wasn't severe, right? It was just mild COVID. So I thank God for like sparing my life from this deadly virus, and I pray that for those who are struggling, suffering from this pandemic, I pray that God will give you extraordinary strength and healing, and I pray that God will also provide for your needs, and let's pray that this will end. So yeah, that's about it. See you again in my next vlog.